Let's look at the comments. They're overall super positive.
Yeah, so we love him. He's great.
You're on acid if you have Bunting over Seider. There's an argument to be made that Seider is a top 10 D-man in the league.
Moritz Seider is up for Calder. He doesn't really care about it though. So he says. We're gonna honor him. He had an incredible year. Public safety message, don't film yourself while rollerblading in the bike lane on a busy street like Chicago, for example. It's just a little reckless. I think he's gonna win it. Who's he going up against? Grandpa Time and Regina George, Trevor Zegras, who by the way is really good. Lucas Raymond got snubbed, we all know that, so we'll see what happens. It's summer. Happy summer. Go out and take a rollerblade, guys.
Alright, this video was posted directly from the Red Wings channel. Look at the title, Moritz Seider for Calder. It's a short video, I recommend watching it. It's a pretty dope graphic at the end. Let's look at the comments. They're overall super positive. It's got almost 6,000 views. It was posted actually about a month ago. The guy says he's got it in the bag, smartest player to come around the NHL for a real long time. That's great. Henrik Parkshow says he likes the media team. Oh, from a Sharks fan. Look at this. Guy is an absolute stud. Quite a unique player in my opinion. Let's see what the reply was. Every now and then I go back and laugh at the people who let out at the draft. Yeah, exactly. The dudes from the Winged Wheel podcast did the same thing. I had no clue who he was at the time of the draft, but it's come a long way. And right now, yeah, D. Kibble, most deserving player by far. The QB on defense for sure. Love his skating style, says Paris Gray. Shark Baits, feel so good betting on him to win the Calder at plus 1,200 back in October. Yeah, I wonder how much you put on that. You're probably going to get some pretty good return there. Best of luck, Mo, says John Quinn. Mo is the best rookie to watch by far. John Marston says he's going to be so upset if Zegras or Bunting wins. For God's sake, Bunting isn't a rookie. He's older than the Captain Larkin. Oh, I didn't even know that. That's insane. 2 replies. I know, right? He's older than his line mates, Matthew and Marner. That is so funny. And they've been in the league for 4 years. Plus, cover photo is slick. I totally agree. This is a great video. Let's look at the beginning of this video. It's pretty dope. Look at this. He's staring at the old Olympia, and they have that inside of the Little Caesars Arena. A little bit of nostalgia for the Red Wings fans. Let's go back, see if we can find any more comments. Hockey Power from Erfurt, Germany. He mows them all down. We need another episode of the Mojo Show. Apple cider for Calder.
I've never had apple cider before, but I'm excited to try it.
My boy, Fire. Let's go. What is the name of this song? Liga Anquila. I have no idea what that means. Let's go. Seider deserves it. Just positivity all around from the Red Wings community.
Right. Okay, so Seider, 4th in rookie scoring, and he was behind 3 forwards. The next closest D-man as a rookie was 20 points behind him, and I'm not looking at it, but if I had to guess, it was Jimmy Drysdale on the Dukes. Some Seider stats incoming. He had 161 block shots this year, 151 shots. He had 41 takeaways, 48 giveaways, 23 minutes and 3 seconds of time on ice average. I think that was like 16th. I said that earlier. He had 4 game-winning goals, 22 power play assists. I forget how many goals he had this year, but so he had 7 goals and 43 assists. According to thehockeywriters.com, he skated 1,900 minutes of ice time, which was 300 minutes more than any other rookie. 300 divided by 60 is roughly 5 games. So he played 5 games more than the next rookie.
All right, this is a video from 3 months ago on the Steve Dangle podcast with, I've never seen or watched this before, so I don't know who the guy on the left or the guy on the right is. I know Steve Dangle is a super emotional Leafs commentator. Let's listen to this comment this man on the left is about to make. It's almost outrageous.
My contention is still that Michael Bunting is the best rookie on ice this year. Yeah. No matter what his age. And that's not...
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I don't know how you can say that with a straight face. I know this is a video from 3 months ago, but plays with Marner Matthews. He's a forward. Goals like The awards in the NHL now are so much are so biased towards point production. I don't know how you could say that. Seider plays with the shittiest D partners. DeKayas or Stahl. Strength of competition. The Leafs are a sick team. Come on, dude.
Not to take away from Seider or Lucas Raymond, but, you know, some of the arguments that were thrown at us for Detroit Red Wings says, well, Seider plays 23 minutes a night. Well, who else will? Seider's got 37 points. Who else is going to score? Someone's got to score. It's not that he's not good. It's not that he's not going to be dominant. But who's got the best one this year? And I wanted you to...
Wait. He's just glossing over these pretty incredible stats. 23 minutes a night, 36 points. This was 3 months ago again, so I don't know how many games. This is like 54 games in, I think. Dude, you're not listening to yourself. What does Steve Dangle have to say?
Two things there with Mo, because there was something I said in particular that Red Wings fans are like, what are you talking about? And it's valid.
Okay, all right.
I said he was slowing down.
Yeah.
No, he is not.
Yeah, no, he wasn't. Good call, Steve.
Not in terms of production. What I was alluding to is he had a few tough games in his own end recently. Like he had a game where he was a -3.
Okay, how important is the plus or minus statistic? Red Wings were one of the worst teams in the NHL. Irrelevant.
Risk on that. Alex Nedeljkovic, dude.
All right, you're not even talking about Seider now.
Seider does get a bit of a boost from playing defense, right? So, like, if he's tied...
Yeah, he ended the season 4th in rookie scoring as a D-man, 20 points higher than the next D-man.
In points with Bunting or Lucas Raymond.
It's impressive.
You give him the tiebreaker. Because
they admit it's impressive his season, but they still don't see the forest through the fucking trees. All right, I can't watch any more of this. Let's just go to the comments. Yeah, Seider plays 23 minutes and got 37 points. Well, who else would for the Wings? It's not fair to say Bunting. Guys, okay, so these guys, AZ Goon thinks they're not biased. But Mr. Mo says, nah, in the last little while, you guys are a little bit too much Maple Leafs fans on your take. Matthews, they say, plays with Matthews. Seider is the Calder winner. Plays on the worst team, obviously. But I think it's third, maybe second. Okay, let's see what's next. I don't know why Raymond has been dropped out of the conversation, says Slippery Nod. Has 1 point less than Bunting. This was 3 months ago against. When did it become easier to score points on a team that doesn't score a lot, let alone doing it as a defenseman? See, this guy acknowledges that the strength of play comes in. NHL did a poll with a professional hockey writer. Seider got 13 of 15 first-place votes. These guys are obviously not professional writers. I would have thought Leafs fans would be on board with either of the wins winning a Calder. I love that. I'm sorry, but it has to be Seider, says Connor Daw. As it stands right now, Seider, number 1, 2, Lundell, Zegras. Zegras had an incredible year. Zegras is years beyond, or he is miles above Bunting. He just has so much skill. Bunting has 0.78 points, blah, blah, blah. Bunting is blah, blah, blah. People don't watch players enough, just focus on goals. Okay, I like that take, Yasin. Let's see, what else? The line that has someone plays on shouldn't take away from their Calder eligibility, but their stats need to be looked at differently than a guy like Jeannot, who has been producing on third line. Seider has been producing with a guy who wouldn't make it as a 17 on an NHL roster. Exactly. He plays with terrible teammates. Seider is my top pick. Bunting deserves to be in the conversation, but come on. He has 1 goal over Raymond and 5 points over Seider. What does he say at the end? Seider is D-man. Bunting is nowhere close to be running away with it. Right now, Seider is hands down just for the fact that he's a D-man. Okay, even as a fellow Leafs fan, I see that you guys are extremely biased. I can see now why people dislike Leafs fans. Rage Johnson says, hilarious, shitting on his own fan base. Man, the show gets more biased as it goes on. There's no chance Bunting is the best rookie of the year. Kay Freeman, as someone who's a Leafs fan, Bunting winning would be a disaster, especially on team the rookie classes this year. Top 3 should be Raymond, Seider, Lundell, Zegras. You almost sold me on Bunting earning a spot in the first line, but I look at it a different way. Put Bunting on any other team. Is he putting up those numbers? Probably not. The Leafs definitely played attention. The same can't be said with players like Lundell, Raymond, and Seider. Put any of those 3 on any other teams and they would be throwing up the same numbers or better. Bunting will get votes and will probably be a finalist, but he will not win. It's all about goals above replacement. Put them on any lineup. I totally agree. Could you imagine if Seider was on the Oilers instead of the dude they drafted, Broberg? Maybe they would have won a game against the Oilers. Caulfield did have a great year. Pierre Pellegrin says, overall, I like Seider. Love you guys. Love your podcast. I'm a big fan, but you're on acid if you have Bunting over Seider. There's an argument to be made that Seider is a top 10 D-man in the league. Oh my God. Seider is at the top of my list. Ken H. No diss to Bunting. Kid was fantastic, but there's no shot at this point. Bunting has been more impressive than Seider. Oh wait, there is this, what this guy says, but there's no shot at this point. You can truly argue Bunting has been more impressive than Seider, says Clump of Cats. Great name, by the way. Going to be an unbiased Wings fan here. You guys mentioned Bunting played AA hockey. Well, the same could be said about Seider, who played against men in the SHL and won some awards there. Bunting is going to be really good, but it doesn't look good when you think that just because other players have made more of a developmental advantage doesn't mean that that always works for them at the professional level. So they're talking about what kind of league you played in before you made it to the NHL. It's widely known that Cale Makar didn't play in exactly the best league before he got to the NCAA hockey. And look at him now. He's basically Bobby Orr 2.0. Regardless of age, Seider is having a better season. This is lock choking. Okay, Bunting can be the first player in the NHL to win the Calder and turn 30 years old in the same year. That's some feat, says Lick My Sack.
I kind of just glossed over that name, Lick My Sack. That's like the epitome of an internet troll name.
Dissing his age. All right, this is so funny. Bunting is either second or third in Calder. He might finish second in Volding. Don't you have to be under 30 to win the Calder Trophy, says Bruins fan. Seider wins it. This is so funny. And this is a Leafs podcast. Don't forget that.
It's coffee kill time. Kill coffee time. Those both sound so cringy. Yeah, yummy. Will Seider be the first rookie to win the Calder on the Red Wings since 1967? Who knows? He had an amazing year, and we have a great future watching him to look forward to. It's summer in the Midwest finally. Go get after it, guys.